we've got a new shape from a new company that I've never featured on the channel before, with one very unique feature that I think a lot of people are going to really enjoy. This is the Quill Kendama's Kestrel V3. So a little background on Quill Kendamas before we open the V3. They started less than a year ago, and since then have had 4 different shapes produced, which is kind of crazy. They started with this is their V1, and it was a pretty solid Dama to start off with. There are a lot of new brands out there that are trying to break into the space, and this was their first attempt, and it was a solid attempt. It was good, decent shape, solid paint, pretty basic design. It was cool, but nothing really to get excited about. But since they dropped this Kestrel V1, they've come out with 2 more versions of this, the Kestrel V2 and V3, which we're going to unbox today, and also a shape called the Falcon shape, which was kind of a limited release, and it was a super weird shape, but it looked really fun to play, and I'm kind of bummed I never got to get one, but they're really pushing the boundaries, and I think they're an awesome brand, especially for how new they are. They're really doing a lot of unique things, and they're doing kind of everything right. So Kestrel V1 to the side, let's crack open the V3. Alright, so that was difficult. Opening the box, we have a drawstring bag with the Quill Kendama's logo on it, as well as a sticker and another sticker. That's all that's in the box. So in the drawstring bag, I can already tell it's bubble wrapped. You can probably hear it too. But it's actually kind of a unique drawstring bag. It has like these really thick fabric pull ties, which I haven't seen before, so that's kind of cool. Inside the bag, we get the Kendama. The extra string it comes with is just a normal black string, a stringing tool, and a normal bead, not a bearing bead. So I think you only get one bearing with it that's on the Kendama itself. But yeah, dang, this looks nice. Oof, all right. Yeah, I'm excited to get into this. Okay, so the Kestrel V3 I have here is the Ash Tama with sticky paint and Maple Ken, and this is the white and black version. They made a few different colors depending on what wood type and paint you wanted. Luckily, the white and black was my favorite color, and this is my favorite wood combination with sticky paint, so that worked out very nicely. So first impressions, it looks really nice. The one thing that immediately stands out is the giant lunar balance hole in the base of the Ken. It's massive, it's like a soup bowl. This thing is ridiculous. I personally like lunar balance holes, I know some people don't, but for me that's a nice addition. So you're probably wondering what's the one special feature I mentioned at the beginning of the video. Ready? That is right, this has my own logo in it, and you can have your own logo on your Kendama too, or whatever you want. This is the first Kendama company that I've seen offer custom, like fully custom engravings, and it's I think like a $5 extra per engraving, but you can do them kind of anywhere. There's like a ton of different spots. You can do them in each cup, around the stall points, on the Ken itself, kind of anywhere you want. So it's a really cool thing, and this is the first company I've seen do this. It's kind of like you get your own pro model, which is pretty cool. It's something no other company is offering right now, and I think really makes Quill Kendama stand out. Let's talk about the rest of the Kendama, because that's kind of what you're here for. Like I said before, this is a Maple Ken and Ash Tama with sticky clear paint. It's also a 61mm Tama, which is a really nice size. Oh my gosh. Wow. The last few Kendamas I've gotten have had such tight wraps, it's ridiculous. But yeah, 61mm Tama, which is a nice size. It's not huge, but it's a bigger size, I guess you could say. String length out of the package is about 6 fingers, which is solid length. I think that's just the standard that everyone should have. We used to be getting like 3 fingers, which like worked, 2 years ago, but now if you don't have 6 fingers, this is like the minimum. This is the standard, so good on Quill for doing that. Yeah, let's talk about the Tama first. So this is an Ash Tama. It's nothing too fancy, but it's a very clean design. It's just white, black, and natural, which I really like. The natty around the bevel I think is a great idea. At least for me personally, I've noticed that it breaks in a lot better than if it was painted. Like, I think that just having the natural ash wood with the clear coat, it doesn't chip as much, and it just gets nice and honed for stalls. So I really like that, and I think this is going to play really well. Quill Kendama also offers what's called a pro treatment you can add on to your Kendama, and basically what they'll do for you is they will super glue the spike and condition your Ken. If you don't know what conditioner is, it's basically like a wood coating, I guess. It's like it's basically hydrates the wood, it makes the grain pop a little bit, and some people think it makes it a bit more durable. I haven't done any actual extensive tests on it or not. I do have some. I use it on my like Spectra Kendamas. It makes the wood just really pop, but I don't know about the whole durability thing. but that is an option. If you like conditioner and want your spike super glued, you can add that on. I think it's like $5, but that's a cool other addition you can add on. And again, it's another option that Quill Kendama is offering that I don't think anyone else is. Okay, so let's talk about the shape really quick. From people I've talked to, they've told me it's kind of like a Soul 1-Up shape, but a little bit slimmer. It's like the Soul 1-Up Slim. And that got me really excited, for one, because I love the Soul 1-Up shape. It's one of my favorites. But even for me, it can get a little bulky sometimes, and I'll usually switch over to like a shift shape or something like that. So naturally, they said it's a Slim 1-Up shape. I was really excited, and I think they're pretty dead on, actually. So let's compare it to the 1-Up shape. This is my Liam Router Pro model that I did a review on. If you haven't seen it, it's probably because I accidentally used a copywritten song and didn't get shown to a lot of people, but it's still on my channel. I get why they say it's the slimmer version. It really has like the same lines. Cup sizes are about the same, actually exactly the same. It has like the exact same lines and everything. It's just the middle part of the can is slimmed down a little bit. So the Soul 1-Up is more angled right here through the middle, just because it gets wider at the base, and this one stays kind of thinner, so the angle's not as harsh. But other than that, all the lines are pretty much the same. All the stall points look about the same width too, which, all good things. The Soul 1-Up shape did pretty much everything right, so having a slimmer version is kind of cool. The spike looks a little short. I don't know if it's just kind of my imagination. Lunar balance is solid though, so I don't think you have to worry about it. Ooh, bam. Partly thanks to that giant base cup hole, you're gonna get some nice lunar balance from these guys. Stall points feel nice. They're pretty average. I don't think anything's really changed up much. I'm just killing it today on these. This bevel's also a really nice size, nice and modern, so you have nothing to worry about there. Yeah, everything looks really solid on this guy. This retails for $35, which I think is a great price. It has all the makings of like a high-end pro model, but at a really reasonable price point. Overall, I think this is just a really well put together Dama. The spike still feels a little short to me. I think it's just personal preference. I like a bit of a longer spike. I thought the spike was a bit short on the Stod mod. I think the spike is even a little short actually on the 1-Up shape. Yeah, it just feels a little too short to me. So that might just be personal preference, but you know, if you're also a fan of longer spikes like me, it might feel a little short to you. But it's kind of the only gripe I have with this. Overall, I really do like this Kendama, and I really like Quill as a brand too. For being such a new brand, they're really pushing a lot of things in Kendama and are doing a lot of things you don't see any other brand doing, even like larger ones. This idea with the laser engraving, it's so cool. It's kind of one of those moments where you're like, well, why doesn't anyone else do this already? They thought of it, they did it, and you can go get your own custom Kendama now. This is available on their website. Actually, I think it's sold out now, but they're working on another batch, so follow them on Instagram. I'll leave their Instagram link in the description too. You can follow them there. They're a much smaller brand, so they don't really have the same web presence as like a larger brand would. So if you want to catch one of their drops, you probably have to follow them on Instagram. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.